You know, every one of us are the masters of our own self-fulfilling prophecies. That's no surprise. Everyone knows that. And I have discovered that they become more powerful when the person knows that it's happening when they're doing it. So that way, they don't perform on impulse. Like all that negative self-talk that comes out. Like, let's say, oh, I can never do this, I can never do that, I could never, oh, I can't. You know, just anything that gives them an excuse to keep from making that next step when they know they want to, but for some weird reason, they're afraid to. They're perhaps it's because they've grown comfortable in that position where they're at. Even when they're miserable, it doesn't matter. They'll find some ways to justify it. I mean, when people don't like to change, then that is apparent, and even they themselves know it too by logic alone. And then they still have to complain again and again and justify it over again. And the thing is, they know they can save themselves. I mean, even religious people know that God helps those that helps themselves. You dig? And if we just take the responsibility to help ourselves, and remember a lot of the subjects that we probably were never ever taught when we were younger, when we were kids, when we were in school, but through the general public. And most of that has to do with knowing exactly who you are as your own being. I mean, every experience you've had till now is really more of a story that you've identified with because of your experiences, because of a person's experiences. And it goes farther than that. Well, it's kind of hard to explain in just straight plain English the actual experiences of doing things that's just off the beaten path, that's alternative, that's holistic and natural, that today has always been propagandized against. I mean, have you ever noticed how they talk so much shit about the sun? Don't look at the sun, you're gonna go blind. Why don't you ask those sun gazers in India that have been sun gazing their whole lives, or those POWs in Korea, I think it was South or North Korea, either one of them, that involved them standing in some ditch and staring at the sun all day for 8 hours straight. Just doing that every day. None of them went blind. As a matter of fact, one of those POWs said that they no longer had any use for their glasses again. Their eyesight improved. I mean, look at me. I'm living proof of that too. I've been gazing at the sun most of my life. And who else outside of the mainstream press can tell you that the sun is bad for you? Now, granted, you do have to take some considerable precautions. Like the greatest times when to gaze at the sun, like sunrise, or at dusk, sunset. Best times is usually 45 minutes to an hour before the sun goes down, or the 45 minutes to an hour as the sun rises, where the UV index is not so volumized. And it's a very, very interesting approach to health. It's natural. It's free. You don't even need no insurance for that. There's nothing like the regenerative power of nature's forces. You know, I mean, whatever happened to whatever happened to the world's attention to the Earth Mother, the one who the Earth as a living being. You know, everyone's attention's so much on the ozone layer opening up, or all these bad things happening to the Earth. But you know what? There's one reality: is no matter how much bad can be done to the Earth, we're still gonna go before it does. You know, and the Earth regenerates. The Earth will always recover, no matter what man does to it. Basically.